Everybody? It's your boy Dan. We back in this thing one more time, man. It's Let That Be Known podcast. We here to give our analysis, man, on the Mavericks versus the Utah Jazz. The Mavericks were able to squeak out a win tonight. Not clean, but they got it done. And I'm here. I'm joined with my co-host.
Hey, what's up, family? This is your boy John. So grab yourself something to drink, sit back and relax, and let that be known. Sports. Oh, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? What's going on, man?
Oh
What's
man,
going on, man?
not too much of nothing, man. Watching that game and I was laughing because what we talked about last time with the last game when they played Phoenix Suns, that kid doesn't make good in-game adjustments, but he do make good game-to-game adjustments. And I told you, I said tonight he gonna play Spencer Dinwiddie over Jaden Hardy. He's gonna do it, watch, and we're gonna be like, yeah, that's what you should have did last game. He made a good adjustment. He don't do it in the game. He wait till the next game and say we gonna try it. And so that's to be the big thing that I have against Kid. And sure, he did, and it worked. And we knew that it could help because Spencer's a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to play. He knows how to play with stars, and he knows how to play off the ball and on the ball. And so it worked, and Dallas squeaked out on win. I told you that if Dallas didn't come to play, Utah Jazz was going to fight, and they fought the very end of this game. No matter what run Dallas went on, they kept fighting, man. And before we get into it, to Taylor Hendricks, man, with a gruesome injury. Um,
Yeah.
hope he does soon, man. But it was nasty, man. If you didn't see it, man, I mean his leg, I'm completely the other way. I mean, it was nasty, man. And you hate to see a guy go down like that, in that fashion, could potentially be career ending. And you just hope that's not the case. Um, there's no guarantee that you will bounce back from that. So shout out to him, prayers up for him, and hope he gets well soon and get back to his profession. But what are your thoughts, man, towards the game?
Um, yeah. So it's a lot about what we spoke about yesterday, man. About how um, they made the adjustment, man. They played Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie came in and produced as we thought he would, with them being a vet. Um, Even with a off night for Luca, we still had other guys stepped up. Kyrie had his best game of the young season so far, which was big. Also, yeah, he had 23 and 9. Uh, PJ, he had a pretty good first half, man. Big boards, man. He was
Carried us
doing a little
first
bit of
half.
everything um, in that first half, man. Yeah, so we had like an all around contribution tonight. Yeah, young fella Hardy, man. Only 5 minutes of run tonight. So we said this going into the season, man. It's gonna be a competition for these minutes. So if you're not producing, man, it's somebody right behind you that's gonna slide right in. Um, and take those minutes and do something with them, man. But it's good and it's healthy, man. Uh, keeps you on your toes, man. Shout out to Taylor Hendricks, man. Yeah, that fractured right fibula and dislocated ankle, man. When I first seen it, man, that yeah, my heart, dropped for him, man.
It was it
Um,
was gruesome, and what was so sad about it, no one touched him. It was a non-contact injury.
my fault, fam.
Oh, he don't have a spillover.
Spill over, y'all.
He back with us.
All right. Sorry about that, y'all.
But what was
Yeah,
so what was so gruesome? It was a non-contact injury. Um, he was just literally just running down the court and just, I mean, his leg just went, and it just,
yeah,
I had, I never had seen nothing like that, like not a non-contact injury that bad. Normally, when something happens that bad, either a player come down wrong or there's some contact involved.
yeah.
Um, I've never seen that happen where, you know, like it's just I'm just running down the court and just my leg just goes.
It goes.
So it was gruesome. You got a weak stomach, don't watch it. But it was gruesome. But my biggest take on this, man, is the offense, man. Um, the and it's been totally backwards. We thought that Clay was gonna kind of struggle trying to fit in, but Clay has
Hmm.
been the most consistent. He's been the most consistent offensive player on this team, game in and
Facts.
game out. He has showed up and he has produced at a high clip, and it's been the others. It's been like it was Kyrie in the Phoenix game. It was Luca tonight. It's been the bench players not showing up. Tonight the bench showed up, but Luca just didn't show up. I thought that he was. I thought he settled too much,
Hmm.
and I thought he settled too much, and instead of putting his head down and trying to get into the paint and try to get a rhythm going, I thought he settled for the three too much, um, and I believe that we're right back to the same like offensive scheme that we was in last year. Like what we seen from the San Antonio Spurs, like we haven't seen none of that action since that game. Like the off ball action that they was running. Now I don't know if this is purposeful. I don't know if he's doing this to say, "Hey, we just gonna save this for later." We just wanted to see if we can actually do it. I don't know if it's one of those type of things where he's like, "Well, we know we can go to that action. We know whatever. We're just gonna try to get through the season running this base action here, like we did last year." And so my thing is on that. I guess it's cool because Clay is still eating. Teams are making a concerted effort to take away the lob this year. They are not. They are not giving a lob, and what that means is Luka's going to have to score when he gets in there because the big is not stepping up. He is not stepping up to help to give that lob away. Luka is going to have to score, and if we can get our 3-point shooting together, because Dallas played phenomenal defense. Like when you look at the numbers that they put up, especially in the first half, we should have been up at least 15, 20 points. But for the simple fact that we couldn't hit shots, it was like, okay, it's a 5-point game or 6-point game, like because we can't hit shots. Like we're stopping them, but we're missing. Outside of Clay, we wasn't nobody hitting no outside shots. Kyrie didn't really turn it on to the third quarter. So like Clay was doing that. I like what PJ did. I hope he finds his 3-point shot soon. But I like what he did. He noticed right away his shot wasn't falling, and he made a concerted effort to impact the game in other areas by rebounding, defending, just pure hustle. Like I'm just gonna work my tail off, and I appreciate that. I love players like that who say, you know what, I might not be doing this, but I am going to impact this game. And so, I appreciate him on that tip. Him and Dinwiddie coming in, being professional. Yeah, you hadn't played much, but he came in, he shook that off. You know, I know he felt some type of way, by not playing. Um, really, no minutes. Really, he hasn't really got in except for garbage time and whatever. But um, we're gonna see a tough Minnesota team next tomorrow, actually at 6:30 Central Time, and um, man, we're gonna have to have our boots strapped tight.
No, most definitely, man. I think it's a little bit. I think Kid is trying to let them figure it out. Um, with Clay and things of that nature, but for sure these first few games they are not giving us the lob, and Luca is gonna have to be more decisive when he gets in there. Um, Now, of course, we can get it back, but he has to get in there, be decisive, and make the shots or move the ball accordingly um, to get them out of that. But their first part in their game plan is to not let us get the lob there. Um,
Well, they're doing two things. Utah did two things that I seen they did against Luca. They gave him the three,
hmm
took away the lob, and made and contested the mid range. So they was basically saying if your score is gonna have to be a three, and if you get in here, you're gonna have to make a contested shot, a contested shot. And Luca struggled on the three all night. So you basically took out other elements, in the game. But once he hit the paint, he has to think aggressive first now, because teams are just not going to give that up. Dallas was too proficient last year on the live.
Facts.
I mean, they was killing teams. I'm talking about, killing teams last year. Just throwing lobs to everybody. So hopefully we can get it together. Um, they did a great job defensively, man. It's just like when you look at what they did to what's his star player? What's his name?
Marketing,
Laurie Marketing. Like holding him, they held him to 17, I believe. Was
17,
it 17?
17 and 9. Yeah.
So you hold him to 17, their best player. I don't think no one scored over 17 on the
Well,
Utah Jazz.
Colin Sexton, he had 23, but it was
So he had 23,
yeah.
but you hold their best player to 17 points. Um, give us fits. I mean, he used to give us real big fits.
Yeah.
Because of his, you know, his stature. Being tall, being able to put the ball on the floor and shoot. But I thought Dallas did a great job of not letting him set in his spot. They was doing their
hmm
work early. What I would have liked to seen against KD, um, instead of just letting him walk and get to where he wants to get to,
Get
and
physical with
then
him.
you be physical with them all the way up the court. Like, hey, you're gonna have to work to get. If you want to get mid range, you're gonna have to work to get to mid range. I'm not gonna
Facts.
let you just walk to the mid range. And Dallas did a good job with that with Laurie Marketing. They didn't just let him just walk and set up shop. Whatever they need to do, whether it was front him or if he posting up, they just push him all the way out. Like, I'm just gonna push you all the way out. And so they did a great job to that. Um, you know, but
And it's-
it was an overall good game, man. I guess.
yeah, I mean it's the Jazz, man. Shout out to Kenny, man. Kenny is always in the chat, man. Appreciate the support, man.
Shout out
He had a
Kenny.
question. He said, "Is all y'all big man situation for the Mavs set?" Not quite. Um,
I
I
think
think
I think Lively should be starting.
Lawless should be starting, and I think at some point this year he's going to be starting. I don't know what kid is got in his head right now about starting Gafford. I love Gafford, but what Lively brings compared to Gafford, I mean Lawless should be starting for sure, for sure.
Facts.
No,
Like,
man.
he needs to, you know,
No, but
having that, but I think the more concerted effort that we need to, or that Dallas need to focus on um is really space and taking care of the ball.
mhm.
Like careless turnovers and the fouling. Like now, some of it ain't, obviously isn't foul. Like the last foul that was called on Luca, that was totally
Yeah,
BS. Like
yeah.
Laurie Markin is swiping at him, hitting his arm, doing all this, and then yeah, you're gonna throw the guy arm off of you. Like man, like you just letting him hack me, and then you call a foul on Luca, and so it's just like okay, you know. But you have that, and like I told the Suns fan, they was bragging about their win, and I said, I said I think the Mavericks would have won too. We shot 38 free throws to y'all
Hmm.
18. You know, you
Hey,
guys
man.
shot 38 free throws to 18. Like that's a big, 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 big difference. That's a game changer.
It is. No, most definitely, man. But like, I like what Clay brings. Clay brings consistency, man, and that's part of being a champion, man. The consistency. Uh, he's solid
I
night
think
in, night out.
I
Um,
think he's one of the few guys on the team that actually know their role. Like, of course, Kyrie and Luca knows their role.
hmm
Of course, Lively and Gafford know their role, but everybody else is kind of trying to find themselves and where they can fit in. Like when you see them out there, they just kind of trying to see like where do I score? When do I pass? So it's a lot of
well,
indecisiveness, which leads to a lot of turnovers because now you got maybe a guy who's passing when he should have been scoring, or you got a guy who's scoring when he should have been passed. So it's just not decisiveness right now. And the only person who really know where he fit in is Clay.
well,
Clay know exactly what I need to be doing.
well, I think PJ took a step in that right direction with that. Um,
Oh, PJ knows his role too as
so
well.
I think he knows he's the dirty guy.
I
You
think the
know,
starting five. I think the starting five know their role. I just think they just need to improve on the shooting.
no,
Um,
that's
and
facts.
really just PJ. PJ needs to be better than starting five on the shooting.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about Luca or Kyrie.
yeah,
PJ
that'll
need to
come.
be.
Yeah.
If PJ is hitting, I believe we can be dang near unstoppable in our starting five because you have Clay, Luca, Kyrie, and then you have PJ if he's hitting, and so I believe that we can. I believe that we can achieve some things, and but I want to look forward a little bit. We match up. We going to play against the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I got a question I want to ask you. Who guards who?
Ooh, let's see here. So
I
they
thought
have
about this. So you got Conley, Edwards, Jaden McDaniels. You have um, the newly Julius Randle,
Julius Randle.
and you got Rudy Gobert. I guess the
Uh,
biggest question is, I guess the only question is, who guards Anthony Edwards?
I think I
I
think
think that's the only question that we have.
I think they're gonna start Clay out on him, and
I think Clay is going to be on him,
I think they're gonna put PJ on the song
but
a little bit.
PJ has to stay on Julius Randle because Julius Randle he wants to play bully ball, and he's going to be looking. If he gets a
Well,
small
I
on him, he's going to be
well
looking to just go.
I think the times when he's out of the game and PJ still in the game, I think he slides
Yeah,
over
for
too.
sure, for sure, for
Um,
sure, for sure. We got people on the bench that can guard him. I'm just saying the starting
yeah,
lineup. Like we have people on the
yeah,
team
we
that
got people.
could probably do a decent job on him. But I'm just saying for us the starting lineup, like when you have that elite guard, Um, just kind of, or you have a guard and a forward combo like this, where normally if they didn't have a good forward, then you would just put PJ on him.
Mm. No, so I think, ooh, so I think Luca would check. Was it McDaniel's,
He would stick Jaden McDaniels. Kyrie was gonna stick
Kyrie
Conley.
Conley, and I think Clay on Anthony Edwards,
With
and
PJ gonna be on
then you have Julius
Randall
Randle will
and
be with PJ, and then of course you have Gaffer with
Rudy go over.
Rudy, and I think it kind of, well, I think it if it works in our favor for us with our bench, um, because I think they lost some pieces, right? Minnesota, for us on their bench side. Uh,
Yeah, but they got some good shooters, man. Like that Dallas really, really, really. I mean, they're gonna have to lock in, man, and Dallas gonna have to
oh,
bring
they
it
got
because
DiVincenzo. That's
you
right.
got DiVincenzo. He can shoot his tail off.
Is he
Um,
starting?
no,
Oh, okay, so they got him coming off the bench.
you got Nas Reed coming off the
Nas
bench.
Reed,
He
he's
can
always
shoot.
gave us trouble.
Um,
Oh, they
but
got
he would
Joe
be
Ingles.
fine. He's fine as long as they don't put him at the 5. That's where Dallas kind of have struggles when they have a shooting 5, because Lively or Gafford want to protect the rim, and they don't want
Mm-hmm.
to get out. They don't get out there all the way, and it's like, man, you're gonna have to just get out there. Like we seen some of it tonight with John Collins. It's like, man, how many you gonna let him hit before you say, oh, okay,
Facts,
I'm gonna get out. You gonna hit 3 of them
facts.
already, like and so stuff like that. But it's gonna be an interesting chess match. But we have the ultimate eraser, and if he plays like it, we win. And that's Luka Doncic. He is the ultimate eraser to whatever circumstances we face. Like we sometimes we go into games where we're just not prepared, and he just puts the team on his back and just
Right.
he dictates the whole game. We have that. Also, you have Kyrie who's able to go off.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if we can keep Minnesota in the half court, I think we can do good. We do not need to let them get out and run. So the
Mm-mm.
turnovers, you don't want Anthony Edwards get out, Julius Randle, you don't want them get out and running, things like that. So we shall see.
Yeah. Yes, I think we're definitely gonna have to hit shots um against them for sure because what they have, we can't come out slow, we can't come out sluggish, we can't come out not focused because they will run us out of the gym
This is
quick.
this is a this is a question here. What do Minnesota do on the defensive end? Are you gonna put Anthony Edwards on Kyrie?
I don't think they're gonna
Or
do
you
that no more.
or you gonna put Mike Conley on Kyrie?
He gonna cook. He gonna cook. He gonna cook either one of them.
That's what I'm saying. So like, what do you do there?
But you have to also they have to worry about Clay now too.
I mean, yeah, you got to worry about Clay, but I'm saying like as far as, because those are
I,
the only two guards left. You got Conley, because J.D. McDaniel's going to be on Luca. So you
well,
have
I
you
I don't.
have that.
Yeah, I don't see them putting Anthony Edwards back on Kyrie um anymore. I think that's been proven that that's not gonna work. Um, that's not gonna work at all. Um, that's for sure. And I don't think Edwards want no more of that. Uh, he ain't learned his lesson, so he ain't doing all that talking there, man.
Well, I,
For
I
sure.
say I say that I say that for a reason. I say that for, if you put Conley on Kyrie, there's going to be a lot of you know help side that's gonna go there. Um, but if you put Anthony Edwards on Kyrie, I think it's going to be, or if they decide to, like, I don't know if they're gonna, are they gonna put Jaden McDaniels on Luca?
You you're gonna have to, um, and just for the simple fact, if you put Anthony Edwards on him, he's gonna foul out Anthony Edwards, and that's your golden goose. Either that or you're gonna tire him out trying to stick Luca. So is in that sense they almost have to um, stay with McDaniel's on him. Um, oh, shout out to my father-in-law in the chat, man. He already in here trolling, man.
I'm glad the Steelers win.
Now they played tonight. They,
I know,
they,
did they
they
win tonight?
I don't. Let me see if they won
Cause
tonight, man.
they played the Giants.
Oh, well, they probably won then. Let me see, man.
Yeah, they pulled it off. They
Yeah, they
won.
they pulled it off, man.
I ain't mad at it. The
I
Giants
ain't,
is division rival, so
I
I
can't
ain't
even,
mad at
I
it.
can't even knock it, man. We need
Cowboys did what
every
they
bit.
the Cowboys did what they need to do against the Steelers.
Still, yeah. Well, at least he with us. He look like he a fan of the Mavericks, man. So he's a big Pittsburgh fan, but he goes for the Mavs. So shout out to him. Shout out Pops. Um, now Kenny, Edwards won't be able to hang with Kyrie. That's for sure, man. Now, it's going to be interesting, man. This is it's an early season test, man, to see how
It's
it's
gonna be a
going.
chess. It's gonna definitely be
It's
a
going to be a
chess
chess
match
match.
because for as the matchups is concerned, this game could very well come down to who bench plays better.
Facts.
It can come down. It can come down to that, or it can pretty just come down to just Luca just gonna be Luca. He just going to say, "Hey, I'm the best player out here, and I'm just gonna dictate everything. Unless you come get the ball out my hands, I'm just going to work."
But the beauty about this now, man, you do that. You got
But you got to hit your
Kyrie.
shot. You got to hit your shots though.
Yeah.
Like we seen that against Phoenix. Like we couldn't hit the shots. We couldn't hit threes. Only person that was consistently hitting threes was Clay.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts.
And then we got Maxi Kleber. I'm just down with just trading Maxi now. But because
Yeah.
Maxi he's just not gonna play. Cause I never seen someone who don't play as much as he does, and he is always hurt. And I like him as a player because when he's out there, he can be very effective because he's a very versatile player. But man, like the season just started, man. They talking about, oh yeah, he dealing with a little hamstring. It's precautionary. Like what? Like it just started.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, man, with Maxi, man. But he's getting older now. How old is Maxi?
Wait, 33? Wait,
30, 30. Let me see. Where is he at? Maxi is 32.
oh man, he's still fine. Them prime years.
Yeah, man. He just I don't know if they were just calling themselves just holding them out and then just keeping them ready for. Oh, never mind. They ain't holding them out for Minnesota. He not even traveling to Minnesota.
See, this is stuff I be talking about, man. Like
And we need him, man. Um,
we need his
especially games
versatility.
like this.
Minnesota got versatile players. Like Nas Reed and Julius Randle, those guys are kind of versatile, and you can
Hmm.
use another versatile. PJ's versatile. You can use Maxi being versatile. Um, but man, he's always hurt.
Hurt.
Like he's our, he's our Anthony Davis. He's our, you know, all those other guys who's always injured. He's that for us. He's always hurt. He was like that during the playoffs last year.
Yeah, he was. He was.
But that's why y'all got Clay to fill. Then everyone else threes don't fall. I mean, yeah, true. But last game, they was able to do a little bit better this game. But last game, Clay was the only one that was shooting good from three. Like that's very true. But like when it's just one person that's hitting, like it kind of just cancels everything else out. Like you would need everybody. You would need some more people to join the party. Like had if Clay was hitting, had Kyrie been on, and PJ was on, yeah, we'd have been fine. You know, but like Clay is doing his job for sure. All this he's washed or he fell off. I don't see it. Like he ain't the player that he used to be. 5 6 years ago. Obviously, but he's exactly what we thought we was getting.
Facts. Especially for what we need here.
We need a knockdown shooter, a guy who's going to hit most of his open shots. A guy who's going to have a high IQ, who knows how to win. You know, um, Dallas. The only downfall this season has been shooting, like just shooting. Like they play good defense. Like even in the Phoenix Suns game, like we got stop after stop after stop. We just couldn't
Just couldn't
capitalize.
capitalize. Yep.
And it was just like, you're getting the stops that you need. You're just not capitalizing on the other end. And so, you know, that's what happened to that game. This game here was a little bit better because, you had a little bit more decisiveness. Of course, Clay was still hitting. Kyrie played better. But like PJ, he put his head down and, he made something happen. Um, Luca had a rough game. Um, he came in to help us close, but I thought it was a good decision for Kid to sit him, um,
Yeah.
and just trusting your bench. This is why you went out and tried to get a better bench, so games happen like this. Had this happened last year, I don't know if we would have won.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know if we would have won if Luca had played this bad. Like he played really bad. Like it wasn't garbage, but it was bad. Um, and I don't think we would have won. I don't think we would have had the bench to overcome that. Because we didn't have a Spencer Dinwiddie to come in. We didn't have a Najee Marshall. We didn't have none of those guys who can come in and really feel and help out. Dinwiddie came in and got hot. You know, that's what
Yep.
you need from your bench. You need that spark from your bench. Like, okay, oh, he's struggling. Boom, I can go here. I can get some quick points. That's what a bench is for.
Hmm.
We didn't really have a bench. We were so dependent on our starting five last year. So it was exciting to see our bench um, play well. Derek Lively played well. Had a bounce back game because they got cooked last game.
Yeah.
Um, and when I say cooked, I mean Nurkic put him over his knee, and I mean he smacked that bottom good. I ain't lying, boy. They got a good old fashioned back in the woods whooping. I said, my land. I know what to say. It got so bad they got benched.
Hmm.
We started playing the power forward at center.
Facts.
I think that's what hurt Max. And Max like, man,
Yep.
I ain't signed up to be I ain't signed up to be to be
I just got
to be
back.
I
I
ain't trying
just
to
got
guard
back.
no centers, man. I ain't trying to guard no centers. I ain't guarding these big old bulls down here, man. That ain't, yeah, you hurt. Yeah, you hurt my back. I ain't doing all that.
I'm hurt.
That man Master said, "You make me guard a center. I'm sitting out 2 games."
You see that? Now what? Now what?
That
And I
man
ain't
Master
flying either.
said, "That man Master said, I ain't going on a road trip. Y'all hurt me."
Matter of fact, I don't even think I seen him at the game. I don't
Master
think you
didn't
know.
show up at a home game. Normally, normally when you hurt, you still come to the home games. You just sit out. Maxie didn't show. Maxie mad. Maxie
Man,
didn't even show
that's
up.
what it is. Max is pissed. What you want me
That
to put on
man
the
Maxie said,
what you want me to put on the injury report? Pissed. That's what I want you to put on there.
"Not gonna do it.
Not going to
You playing? Nope."
no
That man Maxie at home chilling. He probably didn't even watch the game.
game.
He gonna text one of the teammates, "Man, did y'all win?"
We,
What? I'm with y'all in spirit, man. Y'all go to Minnesota and take care of business. When y'all come back, I'm gonna be ready.
I'm
I'm
gonna be
gonna
ready.
be ready.
I stop being mad then.
Tell me, blame your big man. Why you not playing, man? Blame your big
You
man.
do this over here.
Man, that man Maxie went down there and had to start guarding them centers.
Mm-mm.
That man
And they
Maxie
said my
said
hamstring.
when I see him start grabbing, I said, "Uh-oh,
Oh.
he don't like what's going on out there." that
He
man,
look like he look
man,
like he might be petty like that though.
he'll
He
do
look
that
like
man Maxie. He'll put a Ben Simmons.
what's wrong with my back? Spinal.
That man Ben Simmons, boy, he sat out for so long,
He
and
ain't
then
forgot how to play
gonna tell us,
basketball.
and then gonna tell us that he gonna come back and prove everybody wrong. We're like, what you proving everybody wrong for? We ain't the one that was forcing you not to shoot. That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't us. I seen the game this year. This man had a fast break layup. This man
Pulled it
slowed
out.
down and waited for his teammates so he can pass the ball. Their commentators got so pissed off at him and said, "Dude, you got to lay this ball up. Like you're 6'10",
Especially
and you
being
talking about you coming back with a vengeance."
he ain't come back with no vengeance. And especially where he's at. You can get all the shots you want. You in
Man,
Brooklyn.
ain't
Ain't
shooting.
nothing going on in
Man,
Brooklyn.
that man ain't shooting no ball. Be like Zion Williamson talking about he come back with a vengeance. He want to prove. He want to prove to everybody. It's like, man, like ain't no people ain't holding you back. It's your weight,
It's you. Mm-hmm.
Zion.
Put the beignets down.
It's all them beignets and etouffee you eating down there. All that Louisiana catfish.
This fresh out the water. Yeah, it's fresh out the water, Zion. All
You
right,
you
all right.
over there you over there drooling over all these pots. Put the spoon down and hoop, man. Like you getting mad at everybody else. Like people, yeah, people are talking about it because they're like, bruh, like you're not playing because your weight fluctuating too big. You start off at 265, cool. By mid season, you at 320.
How?
Not gonna work.
How? Made too much money,
It
man.
ain't gonna work. That
Made
ain't
too
gonna
much
work,
money,
man.
man, for that. Hello.
What it say?
Yeah, shout out to Kenny, man. It's one of the New Orleans natives, man. So you know that
Now
food
that food,
good.
now that food is busted. And
It's
I
busting, man.
must admit, if you haven't had Popeyes from Louisiana, you don't know what you missing. Cause the trash Popeyes you eating from where you from, like that Popeyes nasty. If you go to Popeyes in Louisiana, and Kendrick can back me up on this, that Popeyes different. I promise you, you won't eat nothing else but Popeyes while you there. You can taste all the, that black lady that be on there talking about her seasoning and spices. They in Louisiana. Those spices don't travel. I promise you not. They need to, for Zion to be, if he want to be successful, he needs to move to a state with without no good food like Minnesota, Milwaukee,
Well, a place
no
gonna
good
make you
food.
mad.
He keep talking about Dallas. He want to come down here,
Mm-mm.
but he only want to come down. He only want to come to Texas for the women. Zion
Man,
be out here messing off on these women.
you tricking on
Got
these
the women
women, man.
chasing him.
You stop tricking, man.
They
The
chasing
women
that
they
man,
ready to fight and everything else, man.
trying to ruin that man.
Man, yeah,
But
but
now he need
yeah,
to move up there. He need to move to Indiana. He need to move to
mm,
Minnesota, Milwaukee, Portland. He need to go somewhere where it ain't like no good food. Like the food is mid. Like it's okay.
yeah,
Like he need to get the heck out the South.
yeah. South ain't doing no good in that regard, boy.
He needs to get the heck up out of the South because that, mm-mm,
Getting that
mm-mm.
fresh fish off the water, man.
He probably walking down there getting himself too.
Give me that one right there, right there.
That man Zion probably getting that himself. He probably he probably bring his own grease. Hey, now Friday, my his own stuff. Now I want you to Friday my grease. My grease already ready. It's already seasoned. Friday my grease. That man Zion, boy, he look unstable when it come to food, boy. It like he'll walk it, like he'll walk in Burger King. Give me a number one if I kill myself. Give it to me. That man, that boy, he look unstable, boy. When it's time to eat, he look like somebody you do not want to mess with.
You don't want to be around them, man,
This
because you
man, and how I know it's unstable, like you putting your career on the line because you can't push that play back.
hundreds of
That's how I
millions of
know you're
dollars.
unstable. You making millions and you putting that at risk because you want to eat. Like, come on, man.
You can get you a chef, a travel chef.
You need to go
No.
up there. Now Luca don't need to go. He don't need to go up north. Cause Luca got a beer problem. Luca like to drink beers, and and he don't need to go to Milwaukee. He don't need to go none of the places where they be drinking them. They be brewing those special beers. Like Luca be drinking them beers too much, man. Like he look like a person that'll have a beer at halftime.
He would.
Like he be sitting in his locker
He would.
locker with a beer.
Facts. Now that's facts. Yeah. He ain't shame about it either.
Now
Be right
Luca
after the
drink that beer
game, man. I
anywhere.
need me a good beer, man.
He'll tell you what you gonna do. I'm gonna go home and drink a beer.
And he is.
That man be drinking them beers, boy. Like, man, Luke, you gonna have to cut out of them beers. I don't know
Man,
how this man do it, but you can't be drinking them beers and hooping, man. I don't know how he do it, man.
I don't know how he do it. And be killing.
He be out there killing, man. I ain't when it's time to play, he be playing. But boy,
Mm-mm.
it's just like you talking about totally opposite stars. Kyrie's one. He like I ain't touching them beers. I ain't.
Ain't
Mm-mm.
doing nothing.
I,
I
I,
mean my seaweed and
I'm eat my seaweed and drink my air. Like
and make a bottle air.
got fresh air. This was flown in fresh off the Caucasus Mountains. But now
So
Kyrie boy, he just don't believe in it. And Clay like that too. Clay kind of he look like he's skittish on his food too.
food, like you just eat number seafood, man.
Clay look like if his food been out too long, he ain't gonna eat it.
Like
Clay
you
look
get a
like
silly
that.
look on his face, and
If that plate was sitting on the table too long, Clay look like he'll get up and leave.
what's this?
like man, you better not make my plate for him now.
Oh man. Mm.
Clay look like that. He look like man, I don't. Mm-mm.
Nah, yeah, he look like he picky. He eat chicken tenders and seafood. That's it. Oh man.
Kyrie,
Shout out to
Kyrie,
Bria in the catch in the chat.
shout out Bria. Kyrie be picky too. Kyrie probably be want to know what kind of gasoline in the plane.
Is it organic?
Is this organic gasoline we running?
J Fuel. Well, we supposed we're a tribe. We're a tribe.
We are a tribe, so
So
we
we
need
need
to know exactly how
exactly.
we're traveling because we're traveling together.
You get to doing that. You be like, what is that, man? We're a tribe. Oh man. But yeah, shout out
But
to the
nah,
Mavericks, man.
shout out to the Mavericks, man. Just poking a little fun at the players, man.
Yeah.
They make too much money to be sensitive. Um, shout out to them, man. Hopefully, man, we can gain the chemistry. But I kind of like where we are
Hmm.
because we have a good building point. I'd rather for us to peak late than to peak early.
Yeah.
I want to see the best form of I want to see the best form of the Mavericks much later. So hopefully that's the way that it plays out. Kid is still mixing and matching with the lineups, trying to see what he can, who plays well together, who doesn't, and so that's going to take time as well because you got a bunch of new players. So you're trying to see how they're going to play. Oh yeah, for sure. So glad we got the win. We definitely shout out to Bria. We definitely need to get out to a better start this year than we did last year. I mean, I hate when we're at the end of the season we're scratching and clawing trying to get into the playoffs.
No, most
And so
definitely, man. We could take some of them games, once we get to the end of the season, it can start kind of resting players a little bit, um, going into the playoffs rather than we already in fifth gear going into the playoffs, man. At some point, you're gonna
you gonna burn
crash,
out.
man. Um, so yeah, we're in a little bit of a better start than we was a year ago. Even though we're not shooting well, I think the shooting will come around. That always comes around, so I'm not too worried about that. But the way we play defense, that's that's one of my main concerns there. Because if we can play defense, man, the shooting will come.
It's the
But
it's the effort. I love
it's
the
the effort.
effort defensively.
Hmm.
Like everybody's giving effort there. Like
Everyone is
everybody's
on the
giving
floor. Even Luca, man,
every
he's giving effort,
Luca's
man.
he's giving effort. Everybody's giving effort there, and there in terms you are getting stops.
Hmm.
So I like to see that. I like to see the no panic. I like that. There's no panic. When things are not going their way, there's no panic. Um, stay calm, stay level headed. Um, only player that I want to see mad is Luca because he plays good mad. I was kind of hope he would kind of get there tonight, but he didn't quite get there tonight. He was just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah, man, he
He
only
kind
had
of
15 points.
well he sat out. He sat out like halfway through the third quarter, man.
Yeah, 15 points.
Like he didn't come
He
back to
fit.
me in fourth quarter.
Yeah, he ended up with 33 minutes, five of 22. And,
5 of 22 is boy. That's hideous.
and
Boy,
the
that's
crazy
that's some bad work.
and the crazy thing, he still flirted with a triple double, 8 assists, 9 boards. and this is off night. Um, big time off night. Hey Kenny, man, we still got that deal on the table, man, for Omax and Dwight Powell for you, man. Um, to help deepen y'all bench in LA, man. Uh, we give that package
give us
deal, man,
give us Jackson Hayes,
and we can call it a deal.
and man, we'll give you Powell, we'll give you Omax,
Call it a day. Let's call it a day.
and we'll give you a 2054 second round pick.
See, go Kenny. You go trolling again, man. That man ain't getting no faster, man.
Man, Luca ain't finna run no faster.
He run to the bar. How about it? Get him a brew.
Man, he ain't finna run no faster.
Mm-mm.
He can play that speed. If he gonna give us that 34 points a night, I take it.
Play as slow as you want.
I take it. If he gonna take us back to the Western Conference Finals, I take I take that slow speed. I don't know how he cooking them, but it's working,
It's working.
and I'll take it.
Hey man,
I will take it.
so Kenny, man, you need to get with Palinka, man. Let's make this deal happen,
And
man. We'll give him on the
um
first thing he's smoking out the LA, man.
get with the GM. We know he pulling shots out there, and get Jenny Buss on the phone.
Let's make
Tell
this
her to
deal
leave
happen,
Phil
man.
Jackson house, and we can make this happen.
Let's make this happen, man. We can get him on the first flight out of here, man. Get him on the red eye.
But I don't know if I trust the Lakers no way because the Lakers gonna offer us D'Angelo Russell for Kyrie. What kind of offer was that?
Anybody in their right
Like,
mind ain't gonna do
boy, that weed must be serious in L.A. It must be what it is. But boy, y'all got to be smoking something. You think we gonna take DeAndre Russell because he gonna be diming the whole team out. But we
that.
know
Can't
he gonna
trust
be
them.
taking He gonna be taking
Can't trust
photos
them.
of Luca. Luca gonna be drinking beers and stuff. He gonna be taking photos and telling on people. Mm-mm.
You're gonna be looking like Thor before they came in and found them on the Avengers. Nah, Kenny, man, we trying to help y'all out, man. Y'all, you scratch our back, man. We'll scratch yours, man. Like I said, man, that's
Hey man,
two hot
Pal
character
Pal
guys, man.
Pal been to a finals. Now he
Two,
been to a
yeah,
finals,
Western Conference Finals.
and he been to two Western Conference finals. Now he got some experience. He ain't
Great
play,
locker
but
room guy.
he ain't play. But hey, he can tell you how it was.
he, he was in the building. He
He
was
was
in the
in the
building.
building. He sat on the same bench. He rode on the same bus.
Talk about those tape.
He did. He was there.
Man, I'm telling you, man, Powell is a high character guy, man. High character, man. He come in, show these young guys y'all got over there, Bronny and Luke Connect, showing them how to be pros, man. Show them how to
They,
travel the world, man, how to cheer for your team, how
team,
to
all that.
hustle,
They need
man.
some. They need a good high character guy on their team. They need a good
Mm-hmm.
high character. You know, I think they got
Especially
a
out,
lot of untrustworthiness on their team,
yeah,
and they need someone like Powell that can come
Powell.
in and kind of regulate that.
Yeah, 'cause you got Bron over there cussing people out, calling them MFs.
Yeah, Bron he cussed Rui out,
Even though it
but
warranted. But
shout out to the Lakers though. I give them props. They're playing very well, even though it's early. They're playing very well. I was a big fan of the JJ Redick hire. Um,
Yeah.
I thought that he would be a good coach, especially better than Coach Bump, um, Darvin Ham. Boy, Darvin Ham, boy, he looked like he didn't know what to do.
He did.
Boy, they was in the playoff. Darvin Ham looked like he just out there saying, "Man, go win."
Go in like a
Like,
deer in headlights, man.
hey, coach, what we gonna run? I don't know, man. Just go out there and try to
Ah,
win.
you know what?
He
I'm gonna
asking
leave it in y'all
LeBron, like,
hands,
man,
man.
hey, Bron, who should we play? Bron, like, man, what are you talking about?
No, that man looked lost, man. He, he is not a head coach, man. He's on somebody coaching staff this year, huh?
Yeah, he went to Milwaukee.
Oh, he went back to Milwaukee.
He went
Oh,
he went back to Milwaukee.
he over there.
Glenn,
Glenn over there. Oh,
Doc Rivers, man, he's another guy that's overrated.
facts.
Doc Rivers, boy, he just don't. You talking about somebody that's stubborn to a fault. It don't matter how much it's not working. Doc gonna roll with it. Milwaukee, they got a little spanked tonight by Boston.
Yeah, Boston on the tear right now. Uh, who else played tonight? Yeah, Magics,
Mm.
man. They whooped up on the Pacers, man.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was a good game. It was close.
that
Um,
Caro man had a 50 piece, man.
he needed every bit of that 50
He did. He did.
because they barely pulled that game out.
50, yeah, 50 points, 13 boards, 9 assists.
He needed every bit of it.
Man,
Um,
man,
but
Wizards,
shout out to Coach Mosley, man. He was here.
yeah, good
I was
coach.
actually pulling for him. I was actually pulling for him to get the head coaching job here
Yeah,
before they hire Kid. Um, but I guess it kind of worked out. I guess
yeah.
having that.
Wow.
What happened?
Cause you know, there's been some talks with the WNBA and about how they lost $40 million this season.
Hmm.
And they was in a hole, and now they're kind of trying to hold out and everything. And
So what the thing is? So they're holding out. They don't want to sign a new bargaining agreement.
hmm
So they don't hold out. And what's happening is they ultimately trying to force the NBA to give more money because that's the only way that they're going to get more money for higher salaries. So they're complaining, well, we want higher salaries because we had a higher, attendance record or we had a higher viewership, but the higher viewership isn't translating in money. And so it's like, okay, you had higher viewership, but the higher viewership only came from Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And
yeah,
I thought the WNBA really failed themselves because they don't want to go full blown commercialized like the NBA. Like the NBA push certain stars
yeah,
for commercial success,
sis,
and
right.
the WNBA don't want to do that. They want to make it like about everybody. And so, like, no, make it about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, and I guarantee you,
That's
money will start rolling in.
facts,
Like, ain't no way Caitlin Clark shouldn't have been on Team USA.
facts,
Like, she should have been
facts.
on there. Like,
The promotion
things
they would
like
have got
that.
off of that.
Hurt. You would have got big promotion, big dollars. You would have got rolling in, but the WNBA is a subsidized league. They only
hmm
stand alive because the NBA pays for them to be on TV. The NBA pays for them to be able to function. And so it's a league that was created by the NBA, which is why the NBA is fronting the bill. because the WNBA, because girls wanted to play professional basketball, and
Yeah.
instead of having them join the NBA, which would be no girls in the NBA because they wouldn't make it,
No.
but you create the WNBA, and now, but they have never been able to stand on their own. It has been, you know, afforded some bills from the NBA. So now they're stuck in this bargaining agreement saying that they ain't gonna play, saying that my salary is low. I'm only making 80,000. Yeah, Angel Reese talking about I can't even pay for my rent.
Rent. No. Not what they making, man. It's you gotta have them endorsements or go overseas during all season, man. Uh,
Man, she better man, ain't nobody to be mad at but the women. Tell the women to watch y'all. Tell them to come to
they
y'all
not.
games and watch y'all sloppy basketball.
They need to lower that rim, man. They can start dunking, man.
Shaq tried to tell him. Shaq told him put the rim at 9 feet or 8.5.
Yeah.
Boy, they put their rim at 8.5. Them rates are going up because they gonna be coming through
They're
that
going through the
windmill
roof.
on the 8.5 rim. It's gonna be coming through there
Straight tomahawking that thing. Cause I mean, you
because
already
the
play
rim
with
gonna
a
be
smaller
really low.
ball. You play with a smaller
You
ball
play with a
already,
smaller
so
ball.
go ahead and lower the rim. And yeah, that them Raiders will shoot through the roof then, man. You don't have to worry about being subsidized at that point. But yeah, man. I mean, they're
Or
gonna
I
have
think,
to.
or I think this would, I think this would help too. Let them have some games against the NBA G League.
Well, that'll be interesting.
It'll be a blowout, but it'll
That'll be
be
interesting.
it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting to see. Like you need some things that's gonna make people want to watch. Like whether it's gonna be funny or not. Like people want to watch some. Like people want to watch some excitement. Like they want to watch something that's gonna be either funny, exciting, or whatever it may be. I thought they should have took this dude's a dude offered the best WNBA team $1 million if they can beat the best high school boys basketball team in this country.
Man, the way these
I thought
boys
they
coming
should have.
out the way these boys
I
coming
don't
out
think
these
that.
days, man.
I don't think they're gonna win, but I thought it would be a very good game, and you get a chance to make $1 million.
Yeah, man. I mean, especially like I said, cause they salaries is pretty much the same as the common 9 to 5er for them. In a sense, what they're making.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, because you're playing less games, you have less ratings, but the crazy thing is they're getting a bigger percentage of the pie than the men are.
mm-hmm.
Like men only getting 7% of the revenue.
Revenue. Yep.
Women are getting 33 about 33% of the revenue. So you getting almost 50%, close to 50% of the revenue. It just ain't no revenue coming in. If the men was getting close to 50%, it'd be like $800 million contract.
Straight Billy.
Like you'll be a bit like he'll be a billionaire on his second contract.
Facts. Facts.
But
Yeah,
man,
I'm out.
I hope they can get it together and you know um the only way that they're gonna be able to really push the league, man, they're gonna have to get behind the players that everybody want to see, which is Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna have to really buy into it. I know the other girls ain't, they don't like it, but
Nigga,
they're
get on
gonna have to
board.
really, they're gonna have to get on board, and they're gonna have to really push those girls there so that they can raise their money value and ticket sales and etc.
No, man. Hmm. Okay, man. What do you think about these Knicks, man? Starting out 1-2, man. Um, especially after that trade, man.
Well,
Um,
with Mikael Bridges shooting like I don't know who told that boy to go and do that to his jump shot, but this boy here, he already had a funny looking jump shot, but we overlooked it because he shot the ball well. But
yeah,
now, whatever trainer he got with, man, the crazy hitch he got in his shot, I'm
nasty
like,
work,
why would you go and do that? Like you're shooting
nasty
close to
work.
40%. Like, why would you do that? And then, you got to remember, people not looking at this. Carl Anthony Towns is playing the center position. He's been playing the four for the past, years, especially since Rudy Gobert got to Minnesota.
Yeah,
So you're relying on him for toughness, rebounding, rim protection. And he just ain't that. He a finesse guy.
he only had 13 points tonight.
Exactly. Because he's playing the five. So he's the backbone of your defense. You know, he's your toughness down there. And he's just not that guy. He's a finesse guy. He plays better at the four.
Man, um, yeah, they ain't looking too well for him. Starting the season out, man. I don't know when they get that center back. What's his name?
Mitchell.
Mitchell. If when he gets back, if that's will help change the dynamics with that, or if it's going to kind of just be the same going forward.
I
Because
mean, it'll change. It'll change because okay, if you're gonna put Cat at the four, if you put him at the five, and then now who starts the three? Well, I guess you'll start with OG and then have Mikal Bridges at the two. But
so are they
I think
bringing
what
Josh Hart off the bench?
when Mitchell Robinson come back. Now Josh Hart, boy, you talking about somebody who's just ineffective on the offensive end. He's just he don't shoot the three well. He can't dribble with his left hand at all. he can't lay the ball up with his left hand at all. Like if it's not a right-handed dribble, he's literally gonna pick the ball up and look for Jalen Brunson. Like it's just like, what are you doing in the off season, man?
He had 16 tonight. He had more than Cat.
Oh, man.
So you think Hart is going to move to the bench once Mitchell comes back? Yeah, yeah, he will be the odd man out um,
He'll move to
in
the
that
bench.
situation. But they really ain't got
But
a bench, man. To be honest,
besides McBride,
McBride. Then you got your boy long nose Cameron Payne.
oh sideways shooting.
That's our way. Nasty work, man.
How's he hitting these shots? And he only hit them on us. Like, how do you hit these shots?
And don't let him hit one, boy. He gonna show up be talking then, boy. For sure.
Oh, peanut head pain.
No, man.
But we get ready to wrap it up, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Man, the Mavericks play Minnesota tomorrow, so that should be a really good game. It's a Western Conference rematch, Western Conference Finals rematch. I know
Showdown.
they're gonna
Yep.
be out. I know they're gonna be out for revenge for what Dallas did to them. We did them pretty dirty,
Yeah.
beating them 4-1. So I know that Dallas gonna be they're gonna be out for blood. So um, hopefully Dallas can come in ready to play. and we can really see this is our, I guess, our real first big test of a team that's considered as a contender in the West. So we can see how we look and how we fare, and so I'm excited about that.
No, most definitely, man. Yeah, so they got a 6:30 tip off on TNT, so it's a national game, man. But we'll be on right after the game, man. Give our reaction, our analysis on the game, man. Should be a good one though, man. But on y'all way out,
Sure.
man, make sure y'all hit that like, that share, and subscribe button, man. Appreciate y'all
For
family
sure.
for rocking with us, man. And let that be known. Peace out.
Let that be known.